Hammo, just a quick recap on Friday night. We keep saying it, but atmosphere was good, performance was good, fans were loud. It was a really positive night for your first night in charge.
Yeah, it's a good start, mate. It's one of those that you want to start strong and start the season off on a bit of a bang. And I think Friday night, we said Friday night footy was exciting, and we made that game exciting as could be. So lots to work on, and there was quite a few errors, and we dipped a little bit of that second half when Ant Hill come back into it. But to get a win at home and a bit of belief in the squad, and like I keep saying, we've got a lot of young guys, a lot of new guys, so it was a great start. But you got to keep pushing on this weekend.
You said after the game that there's still a lot to work on despite the positive result and positive performance. So how's that translated into training this week?
Again, it's early in the season, so we're doing a lot of work on just ourselves. We keep focusing on what we need to do to make sure we go down to Richmond this weekend and put in a really good performance. So Tuesday, a little bit of review on the game, but also looking what's next coming on Saturday and what we need to do to make sure we go out there and put in a good show and put in a good performance. So it's been good. Still good competition in the squad, which is what we want. And still a few guys coming through and opportunities to play as well, and they're excited. So yeah, it's good. It's good to have a bit of challenge, and the guys working really hard on the pitch, which is we go again tonight or whatever, and then we get ready for Saturday. So still, it's good to have a few selection headaches, which is what we want. That's where we need, and we've got to build that strength in the squad.
What do you expect from Richmond? Because they're a bit similar to Nottingham in a fashion. They're one of the part-time teams in the Championship. They're newly promoted, but they seem to make a scrap of it every single game.
Yeah, mate. I think I don't know a lot about them. I know the tradition and the history they've got at the club, and they've got a lot of club teams underneath them and a big junior section and that kind of stuff, which is great. So they've been around for years and years and a massive part of rugby in England. So they've done well to come up and looking at their game from the weekend. They play, they throw the ball around, they play at a bit of high tempo similar to us. So we've got to be really smart defensively in how we try to stop that. But I think they were pretty unlucky against Pirates down there. Pirates pretty hard place to go and get a performance. But they scored a couple of great tries, and I'm sure they'll be kind of trying to build into that on Saturday against us, and they'll be playing at home similar to us, and that mentality of the first game at home. So we know the challenges ahead, but again, like I touched on it, I think it's about us getting our house in order and making sure how we want to play and how we want to defend, and trying to kind of get another performance this Saturday as well. I'm worried about. So ask me after Saturday about 5:30, mate.
Is that what it's all about for you, and is that how it will be this season in terms of more focusing on getting, like you say, getting your house in order rather than worrying about the opposition?
A bit of both, mate. I think start of the season they've played one game we've kind of seen or whatever. So and I keep saying here we're building with a new bunch of guys and a new coaching team and myself coming in. So it's kind of we're going to make sure we do what we do really well, and we're really accountable on individually and as a team. So we've got a big kind of mindset that we're trying to instill here, and behaviours and what we need to do to play for Nottingham the Archers when we go out there. So yeah, a bit of both really. In the office you're always looking at stuff and doing analysis, but also it's kind of getting a bit of belief in what we can do when we get our stuff right. And we showed probably on Friday we did some good stuff out there, but we kind of let ourselves down in certain areas as well. So if we can get those right, we'll put in better shows and better performances, and individually we'll be a lot better. So
just wanted to touch on Sam Hollingsworth. I thought he was excellent on Friday night, and he's gone and won Championship Try of the Week as well.
I know, mate. It's class, isn't he? He's good. He's a good bloke. He's done really well. He's kind of had a couple of injuries in that fly half position, so he's come in and really grabbed it, and everything he's doing and bossing the guys around and taking a real good leadership role in there. So for us as coaches, that's what we want. We need to develop these guys, and we need to develop leaders and these younger guys, and he's doing really well. So he's got some, Charlie Thacker and those guys, and Elliot Creed and these guys around him, and Cheese and all that. There's some good experience out there, and he's really working hard, and him and Strongy getting a good relationship with that 9 and 10. But yeah, I think we haven't seen the best of them yet, which is great. Most teams, when they get going, they keep putting in some good performances. So let's see how he goes on Saturday. We keep challenging him to be better and drive us better on the pitch. So
I think we could probably talk about every single player in the squad, but one more is Charlie Thacker. You just mentioned him. He had something like 2 years out of the game, and then he's come back. He had a shortened season last year for obvious reasons, but it looks like he's never been away.
And again, I didn't know this coming into it, but he's good character for the guys, and he's pretty humble and pretty quiet, but he's kind of helps run our D out there with one of the forwards, and he's kind of taken a good role in that. And defensively, he doesn't miss a trick. He's pretty smart, understands the game really well, and he's kind of again just doing his job and doing it really well. So when we get guys doing their own job and working hard and wanting to improve and push on, then that's where we'll start getting some good performances, and guys kind of, it's going to be a tough little season, we know that, but as long as we go out there and we put in a good shift and we work well with our mates, then ideally that's what we want to do, and he's doing that at the moment and really leading from the front, so it's good to see.